We'll stick. What is he playing there? Jesus, like how much tech is it? That's not tech. That's natural talent.
She said, baby, you're my gold.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I love this so much, but it just throws me off instantly because I just don't expect that voice to come out. But when you hear it, it's like, wow, I love it. I'm not judging him, but it's not what you expect. Because it's so like low, high pitched and
She said, baby, you're my gold. Sitting on me, I'm your banker. She said, baby, you're my chains. I said, no, honey, I'm your anchor. And I said, baby, you're my wings. She said, no, you're just a fish. I said, baby, you're my dream. She said, no, I'm just your wish.
I love that. I'm your dream. No, I'm just your wish.
I said, baby, you're my dream. She said, no, I'm just your wish. She said, baby, you're my river. I said, no, baby, I'm your train.
Whoa.
She said, baby, you're my color. I said, no, baby, I'm your stain. And I said, baby, you're my diamond. She said, no, I'm just a pick. I said,
What the fuck? How do you do that on the guitar? This is amazing.
I said, baby, you're my diamond. She said, no, I'm just a pick. I said, baby, it must be magic. She said, no, I'm just a trick. She said, baby, you can see me. I said, no, baby, I just sense. She said, baby, you're my castle. I said, no, honey, I'm your fence. And I said, baby, you're my lover. She said, no, I'm just a maid.
I want to have a conversation with this person. Because that voice and that mind, it's just unreal. And surely doesn't talk like that as well. I can't, that is just an art, isn't it, to bring that out? Unless he talks to you in that artistic way, but it just shows us a lot of like multi-talented people out there. And we found Ren because, well, we did, or he found us because of his story and his art. But potentially there's a lot of Ren type characters out there who have got that amazing art, that skill. I mean, this guy, I mean, he sat there, same again with his guitar, in a hallway, just him, his voice. That's all you need. don't know. It's just sad that not everyone gets the full limelight they deserve. I mean, to be fair, he's probably got a massive following. I mean, 330,000 people is a huge following, but for that talent, you'd think it deserves a substantial amount more.
She said, no, I'm just me.
But then again, sometimes if you connect, and sometimes you might not just connect. And Bad Wolf, I connect with this. And one time, there was a person who introduced me to Ren, and that was like 3 years ago now. And first of all, I was like, oh yeah, it's all right, this. But at that very time, it just wasn't the right time to be listening to him in my time in life. And then a few months later, I was doing a workout in this room, like a little home workout, and his Sick Boy video came on as an advert on YouTube, and I was just listening to some random music, and I was like, all right, I'll listen to it. And then that was it. Sometimes that was the moment. There was nothing special about it. I was just in my living room. But this and this live and doing this right now and hearing this right now, it just seems like, there's a connection there, and thank you. Appreciate it.
She said, no, I'm just me. I said, baby, I love you. She said, no, you're just afraid. I said, no, baby, I love you. She said, no, you're just afraid, boy. I said, no, baby. I said, baby, listen now. I said, no, baby, listen, I love you. I said, baby, I said, baby, I love you. I said, baby, I love you. She said, no, you're just afraid.
What's that? You're just afraid. So he's.
I said, baby, I love you. I said, baby, I love you. She said, no, you're just afraid.
That hits deep. What? That line.
For you.
Because a lot of people do come out with that saying when they're afraid. Whether it's like, you feel like a relationship is, distancing, and you're like, well, I don't know how to explain it, but that line hits so hard.
I said, baby, I love you. She said, no, you're just afraid.
Oh my God, he just showed off now. Quite chilling. That harmony in the background is very chill. Sorry, what has just happened there? I've not seen that before in my life. I mean, if that's a mating call, it's amazing. I've never seen anyone do that before in my life. He's just going to Greg's now. Get a sausage roll and custard donut because that was just amazing. He's in London. November the 2nd. So if you want to check them out, get him a Greg's for his hard work, then that was amazing. Thank you, Bad Wolf. Oh, God. Like, I need to make sure I've saved that artist in my phone. How is he 45, by the way, as well? Like, he turned 45 this year. He looks like 20 odd. Well, not 20, I'd say 30.